Hi everyone. Today we will start Unit 3, that is Fundamentals of Java Programming. Today we will learn everything about Java. First we will start with introduction, that is topic 3.1. Welcome to Java Fundamentals of Java Programming. In this unit, you will learn to write and execute Java programs. Here you are being welcome and you will learn to write and execute our Java programs, means its syntax and how it will work and everything. But before you start writing one, it is important to know what a program is. So you need to know first what a program is, that then only you can write something. A computer program is a sequence of instructions given to the computer in order to accomplish a specific task. A computer program, it is a sequence of instructions that is given to the computer in order to accomplish a specific task. Here you can see. So for completing specific task, you need to give a set of instructions that we call as program. The instructions tells the computer what to do and how to do it. It tells us what to do and how to do. Then now, programming is the preparation and writing of programs for computers. So programming is the preparation and writing of program for computers. That is preparation and writing. It includes, that is in programming. Programmers write their programs in a high level programming language such as Java, C++, Python, Ruby or Scala. This high level programming language can be understood by humans. However, as you are already aware, a computer only understands its own language called machine language, but the computer only understands machine language. So therefore, a compiler is needed to translate high-level program code into machine language code that will be understood by the computer. So, for the understanding of for the code to be understood by the computer, we need a compiler to compile the high-level programming language into the machine language, which computer can easily understand. After a program is compiled, the machine code can be executed on the computer, say Windows for which it was compiled. So after compiling, the machine code can be executed smoothly and efficiently. If the program is to be executed on another platform, say Mac, the program will first have to be compiled for that program and then can be executed. So we need different compiler or different platform, different program compiled in different types by different compilers so that it can run on different platforms. So here now we will see what Java has for this comparison process. Java is a very popular high level programming language and has been used widely to create various type of computer applications such as database applications, desktop applications, web based applications, mobile applications and games among others. So these are all the uses of Java. As you can see, a Java compiler, instead of translating Java code to machine language code, translate it into Java bytecode, a highly optimized set of instructions. When the bytecodes, also called Java class files, is to be run on a computer, a Java interpreter called the Java virtual machine translate the bytecode into machine code and then executes it. So here it is all written about the process that takes place in Java for compilation and interpretation of codes so that computer can understand. So from here to here, it describes about the process that Java does. The advantage of such an approach is that once a programmer has compiled a Java program into bytecode, it can be run on any platform, say Windows, Linux, or Mac, as long as it has a JVM running on it. So, what a Java compiler, what does in what way Java compile the program is Java does not create any. Here you can see that therefore compiler is needed to level program into machine code. Here Java does not simply convert it into machine code. It translates it into Java bytecode or Java class files. Then a Java interpreter called the JVM or Java Virtual Machine translates the bytecode into machine code. So the advantage of such an approach is that programmer has compiled a Java program into bytecode. It can be run on any platform. This makes Java programs platform independent and highly portable. This is important. So why is Java platform independent? Because Java compiles it into Java bytecode, so Java class files directly, and everywhere there is a JVM in on any platform, it can be executed efficiently. To write Java program, you will need a text editor for writing the code and a Java compiler for compiling the code into Java bytecode. So here we need a text editor and a Java compiler that is necessary because it compiles into its own Java bytecode. There are a wide variety of Java integrated development environments available in the market that come equipped with a text editor and a Java compiler, thus simplifying writing, compiling, and executing Java programs. So here what you can see is you need a text editor and a Java compiler for compiling into bytecode, and there are a wide variety of Java integrated development environments, that is IDEs, available in the market that come equipped with a text and editor and a Java compiler, thus simplifying writing. That it helps in simplifying writing, compiling, and executing Java programs. Most of them are free downloadable. We have to pay no. We don't need to pay for this. We will be using the open source and a free Java NetBeans IDE for writing Java programs. So to write a program you need a Java NetBeans IDE. So moving on we can see that. So let's dive straight in and write a simple Java program that prints a welcome message, hello world, on the screen. So you will be taught how to print a Java program, how to print a program or line, that is you can say hello world on the screen. Since this will be your first Java program, you will first need to set up the programming environment. Refer to Appendix A for installation and starting NetBeans. So we have to refer Appendix A to install and starting NetBeans. When you have installed NetBeans, you can use these steps. That is step 1. Double click the NetBeans icon on a computer, start NetBeans. That is obviously necessary. It will open the NetBeans IDE. Here you can see it will look like this. So now we will begin with step 2, that is All software development in NetBeans is organized in the form of projects. So we begin with a new project. In the IDE, click File, New Project, or you can just simply do by keyboard, that is Control plus Shift plus N. So moving on, it is how it will all look like. By moving on to a third step, we can see in the new project dialog box that appears under the categories list, select Java. This is the category list, select Java, and under the project list select Java applications. This is a project list, select Java applications. They should be already selected. Click on next to create a new Java application project. Now we will move on step 4. In the new Java application dialog box that appears in the project name field, type a name for the project in that we can show in like figure 3.1d. It is here. In the project name, add the project name that you want. Then here we have named the project Hello World, so you can name it on your own convenience. When you type the name of the project folder field also changes automatically. The project folder field also changes automatically. So does create the main class field. You can optionally change the project location and the project folder by clicking the browse button. If you want to store it in a different location or the location you want, you can easily do it by clicking on the browse button. Click on finish to finish creating the Java application project and to return to IDE. Then you have to click on finish to start and return to IDE. On the left side of the NetBeans IDE, observe the projects tab figure 3.1. If you can't see it, click on Windows, Project on the menu bar. So here we can see it is telling that on the left side of the NetBeans IDE, that is left side on the left NetBeans IDE, here you can see, you will observe the project tab. This is the project tab, as you can see. If you can't see, if you are not getting with the project tab, you can click Windows, Projects on the menu bar. So now we will move on. Notice that a source code file called hello world.java has been created in a package called hello world programs. That here you can see hello world programs, that is source package in which a hello world is created and a application name hello world.java. This is a package contains the hello world java. On the right side of the IDE is a code editor window where the Java program code in the hello world.java file is displayed. NetBeans has already filled in some code for you in figure 3.1. So when you open it and go to the source, you can see there are already lots of code written here like this all. So when you see a double slash like this, double slash, it's just a comment. This line will do nothing. Here you can see public class hello world, class declaration. This is called public class that everyone can see it. Name of the class must match the source code file name. Name of the class, that is a hello world, should or must match the source code file name. जो सोर्स कोड का जो फाइल नेम होगा उसे ये जरूर मैच करना चाहिए. And if you see like this, star slash star, and end it like this, slash star, it's all a multiple comment. This is all a multiple comment, and comments are of no use, as I have already said. So now observe that quite a bit of the code in the code editor window is grayed out. All the gray parts are comments. As I have already mentioned you, comments are used in code by programmers to document their programs, to provide explanatory notes to other people who read the code. Comments are just used to express the code or provide explanatory notes for the users who read the code. This is especially useful in the real world where large programs are written by one programmer and maintained by other programmers. So in this real world, it, it comes out with this, that uh, any code is written by one programmer and lots of millions of programmers are maintaining it or using it. So you can write comments in Java program in the following two ways. Let us know what the two ways are that I have already told you. The first one is beginning a comment line with two consecutive forward slashes like this, and writing the comments between the symbols slash star and star slash. The former method, the first method, is used for single comments. As I have already told, while the latter is generally preferred for multiple line comments. Comments are used for enhancing the readability of code and are ignored by the compiler when compiling a file. It is the main part, that is, it is ignored by the compiler when compiling a file. That is, it is of no use in compiling process. It is just used for enhancing the readability of code. If we ignore the comments, the hello world Java program is as below. By ignoring the comments, we can see that the package hello world contain public class, that is, it can be accessed by everyone in that package, and it is written public static void main string args. So here you can write your code now. Notice that the first line in the program is a package statement. The first line is a package statement. Here you can see a package in Java is a group of related classes. When we have same type of classes, it comes in a single package. In our program, this statement declared that the hello world.java program is a part of hello world package. All classes in a package can share their data and code. So it is important that all the classes in a package can share their data and code. That means it is public, you can say. You can also make it private. That is the latter thing. The next line declares a class called hello world.java, demands that the class name should be the same as the source file name. जो सोर्स फाइल का नेम होगा एंड जो क्लास का नेम होगा वो दोनों सेम होगा. However, the package name can be different from either the class or the source file name. जो पैकेज नेम हो सकता है वो दूसरा हो सकता है, लेकिन जो सोर्स फाइल नेम होगा और जो क्लास नेम होगा वो दोनों सेम होगा. NetBeans by default names the package with the same name as the project except that it is all in lower case. जो नेटबीन्स होता है वो बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट मतलब अपने आप या शुरुआत में बोल सकते हैं, नेम्स द पैकेज का खुद से नाम देता है विथ द सेम नेम एज द प्रोजेक्ट. जो प्रोजेक्ट का नाम होगा वही नाम से देगा, एक्सेप्ट दैट इट इज़ ऑल इन लोअर केस. वो सब लोअर केस में होंगे. The contents of a class are enclosed within curly braces. जो भी क्लास के अंदर रहेगा वो एक करली ब्रेसेस में, स्टार्टिंग करली ब्रेसेस और एक एंडिंग करली ब्रेसेस में रहेगा. Within the contents of the Hello World class, a method called main has been declared. The method main has been declared in the within the contents of class, as here you can see. Here this is a class start with a starting curly braces and ends with a curly braces. And here you can see that it is a main public static main void that is contained in the public class hello world. That is a method. A method is a group of statement written to perform a specific task. To perform a specific task, we need a method, that is a group of statements. A method is a group of statements. The method body is enclosed with a pair of curly braces and contains the statement that the method will execute. So here you can see, like the class, a method also start with a curly braces and ends with a curly braces, and it contains the statement that the method will execute. So going on, main is a special method that every Java application must have. So the main public main static void, that is main, it is necessary for every Java program or application. When you run a program, the statement in the main method are first to be executed. The main method in the hello world class has only a single line comment within it. द मेन मेथड जो था उसमें बस एक सिंगल लाइन कमेंट था, दैट इज विद द डबल स्लैश. एंड हियर इट इज रिटन टू डू code application logic here. In the program that we are building, we want to instruct the computer display a welcome message in the Java output window. So at the earlier we have started that we have to display a hello world message on the screen. So within the main method we will write a single line of code that does that. तो जो मेन मेथड होगा, जो मेन होगा वो मेथड होगा, उसके अंदर एक हम लोग सिंगल लाइन लिखेंगे जो इस स्टेटमेंट को एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, ताकि जो हेलो वर्ल्ड हम लोग चाह रहे हैं दिखे वो दिख जाए. फॉर दिस वी विल यूज अ मोस्ट कॉमन प्री बिल्ट जावा आउटपुट मेथड, that is the system.out.println. By writing system.out.println we can display any message that we want to display on the screen. So now coming on to step 5, in the code editor window, find the line to do application logic. Here click on the right end of that line, press enter, type in the following code system.out.print and hello world. The thing that you want to be printed must contain in double quotes. So moving on, we can see that, notice that you type the dot after the word system followed by a dot NetBeans will display a list of available options like in figure 3.1. So you can see when you type out system then dot goals a dot, you can see that this list of items are displayed by NetBeans. So now at this point you can continue to type the word out, or alternatively you can scroll down the display list to reach the word out and then either double click or press enter. When you type the dots after the word out, another list appears. Again, either select println from the list or continue to type. After you complete the line, your code editor window should appear as in figure 3.1. After completing all this, you can see that it will all look like this, that in figure 3.1h. So what we have to display is to written in curly brace in double quotes. So now we see that you have to fill in double quotes that the message we want to display in here, it is hello world. So thank you guys for watching.